It's game number 2 of the college basketball season here from Nickerson Hall. It's the University of Indianapolis Greyhounds and the Lake Erie Storm. The GMAC and the GLVC crossover here from Nickerson Hall. The Greyhounds coming off a Friday night victory over Ohio Dominican. Lake Erie opening up their season here this afternoon. Nathaniel, should be an amazing game.
Graham Shear, Nathaniel Finch, Giselle Valentine's down on the sideline, and we have got a pretty good matchup in front of us. How about for Lake Erie? It's Jordan Burton leading the team in scoring, double-figure scoring a season ago. He's going to be where this offense funnels through. Be excited to see what kind of game he can have and how the Greyhounds are going to plan to stop him.
Yeah, it should be an awesome matchup. You're going to catch it right here on the GLVC Sports Network and right here on UINDY TV.
Let's go down to Giselle on the sideline.
Friday's game for UINDY saw 5 Greyhounds in double figures, including the transfer Jarvis Walker and the freshman Sean Craig. Coach Casaro said he was very happy of what he saw, and he said everybody contributed, and it was so much fun to see. And he said that is how you open a season. Tip-off gets underway shortly here on UINDY TV.
Thanks, Giselle, and we'll take a look at the starting lineups. Lake Erie, will start with them. P.J. Jones, a 6'1 graduate student, a 6'4 guard. Jacob Plants will wear number 4 tonight for the green jerseys. Jacob Burton, number 11, a 5'10 junior, a 6'6 redshirt sophomore, Leon Hughes, and a 6'6 sophomore, Johnny Manning, round out the starting 5 for the Storm. For the home gray uniforms of Indianapolis, the starting 5, 1 through 4 with Kendrick Choa, a 6'7 center, a junior out of Silver Springs, Maryland. Josiah Tynes, a junior guard, 6'3", 170 pound. A redshirt sophomore, Jesse Bingham, led all scores the other day with 14 points, the redshirt sophomore. Ben Nickerson and Jacoby Robinson round out the 5 for Indianapolis, and we are set for tip-off. 20 minutes on the clock, and we have Kendrick Choa in the center circle, and Hughes wins the tip for the Storm.
Exciting game here. We'll see how the Greyhounds can come back after such a big win on Friday.
A quick 3, and Hughes knocks it down to open up the day. It's a quick bucket early for the Storm.
Well, that's one way to do it, getting it started quickly and kind of putting a statement out there.
Ben Nickerson will bring it up for UIndy, one of the captains on the year for Indianapolis. He'll dump it down, working inside. Kicking out with a pushing foul on the Storm. That'll stop play.
Yeah, how about Choa starting early? Usually you see him underneath the basket, and he really uses that physicality to go up and put the ball in. But this time, he used it to kind of navigate through all that tough traffic and get a nice kick out. Obviously, the foul was called, but I like that play from Choa.
Asserts his aggressiveness and dominance down low so well. Had 14 points a couple days ago, but only got to the line 4 times.
But he only fouled a couple times. That was pretty impressive. Is that as physical as he was, he didn't get caught with a bunch of personal fouls.
He's under the basket right now, guarded by Manning. Here's Jacoby Robinson. He'll find Choa for the near dunk, but he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line.
Similarly, like we said, trying to dominate inside, he does get fouled, and I'm sure that affected his shot, and that's why he wasn't able to make it there. But again, just like we were saying, Graham, so dominant inside, and we see here really just trying to put it up, but he got a little too much contact on his way up.
Yeah, smart play by Hughes, honestly, to go in there and foul him as Choa was going up for what would have been an easy dunk, and now they'll make him earn it at the line. Choa shot 2 of 4 on Friday night. And he will miss his first free throw, clanks it off the backboard.
So he shot 50% on Friday, like you had said. He shot 49% all of last year. That's kind of his MO, right, to make half of his shots. And here we can see that not able to get either.
Starts 0 of 2 from the line as he misses both. Here come the Storm. In the hands of their guard Plants, who averaged 8 on the year last year. Greyhounds will play man-to-man on defense. They find Manning down low. Hook shot is good. It's 5-0.
How about that? The opposite of how the game started on Friday for Indianapolis when they defeated Ohio Dominican. This time, it's the opposing team coming in and punching the Greyhounds in the mouth.
Robinson led the Greyhounds in rebounds the other night with 9.
That'll do it.
And Bingham knocks it down. Dunks that one through.
Yeah, one way to get that momentum halted.
First bucket of the day for UIndy. Inside's a floating shot by Burton. No good.
Robinson with another rebound. Did so well on that game on Friday.
Nickerson hands off. Bingham, leading scorer as well the other day. Tied Choa for most points with 14. The redshirt sophomore. And a turnover. Here comes Burton. All the way, hands it off, and Jones just lost it. Nice block on the play by UIndy. 3 ball by Plants, no good, too strong. An offensive board brought down by Manning, back up and drops it through.
Obviously the bucket was made by Lake Erie, but how about that aggressiveness from Josiah Tynes? Put his body on the line, dove down trying to make the play. Wasn't able to, but pretty impressive nevertheless.
A strong start for Lake Erie, and Johnny Manning has 4. Robinson, 3 ball is good.
Something he was not able to do at all. He only was 1 for 6 from downtown on Friday, but Robinson buries his first, and he's the kind of player, once he starts to get a few of those in, it can be dangerous. He likes those 3 points.
Feisty Nickerson started with the press. Now he'll back off, and he'll allow Jones into the front court. Hughes, now Jones. There to defend is Robinson. Picked up his dribble a little early there, finds Burton. Burton to the bucket, blocked by Choa. What a rejection. And now a turnover. But he stepped out of bounds. He'll turn it right back over, and it'll be Greyhound ball.
How about that block from Kendrick Choa? Couldn't have done that any better. That was such an impressive way to go up and deny him the points and now give the Greyhounds a chance if they can capitalize. I mean, just look at this.
Check
Came out of
that
nowhere.
Block. Wow. Rejection by Kendrick Choa. They'll inbound with Nickerson. He'll work a screen. Steinfeld checks in for Choa. Also into the game, Bruno Williams. Bingham, the follow-away shot is no good.
Oh, you need to get that rebound if you're Steinfeld. That's your job. You're 7 foot. Get the board.
Burton stops, picks up his dribble. Now Hughes will try a 3. That's good.
Hughes comes in ready to play. 2 straight triples from him, and he's on fire tonight to start this game.
And it's quickly 10-5. Wow. Quick start for Lake Erie, and they are 2 of 3 from behind the arc to start. And now a foul is going to go on Burton.
Lake Erie, they were picked 6th in the GMAC coaches poll in the preseason, and you can see they're a little bit better of a team than Ohio Dominican. They were down in the double figures, so, I mean, they've come out and just kind of surprised the Greyhounds. I think they thought it might have been a similar game to Friday where they can just coast to victory. It's not going to be that easy, and we see it here.
Another foul by Jordan Burton. Kyle Conley's not happy, and Burton is going to have to sit down with 2 quick fouls.
Conley, the head coach for Lake Erie, is in his 6th year with the team, and he's found mixed success, some good seasons, some a bit poor seasons, but last year they were a perfect 500, 13 of 13.
Just not smart fouls. You're all the way out at midcourt, honestly, because if you do get that foul, you love it. If you do get that steal, you love the steal because then you're going the other way with it. But the foul is just not a smart one, especially this early in the game.
Yeah, risk reward, not really weighing each other out at this point.
Nickerson, Steinfeld all the way out behind the arc, not usually out there too often. Bingham nearly lost it. Williams, the transfer over from Lewis, is going to have to reset. Just 10 on the play clock. He'll fire up a jumper, no good. Offensive board to Robinson. Robinson teeing up a triple. It's good.
Goodness, like I said, Robinson can get going when he's feeling it, and he's feeling it right now.
Robinson knocked down 2 early threes. The leaping Jesse Bingham fouls Hughes as he cuts to the basket.
And you wonder if Hughes tried to take that shot. He might be at the line for 3, but instead it's going to be one on the floor.
And that will send us to our under 16 media timeout. Let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentine.
Lots of back and forth action between both teams so far. We saw a slam dunk from Jesse Bingham and 2 3-point shots from Jacoby Robinson. So far, UIndy has subbed in Julian Steinfeld, as Casara likes to call him, a bully on the boards. Lots of good action here at Nickerson Hall, here on UIndy TV.
Jake, who you got? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on, Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UIndy sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
Lake Erie leads by 2, an early start, quick start for the Storm.
Yeah, the Greyhounds still hanging in there. They've played some poor basketball at stretches over these first 4 minutes, but obviously it being a 2-point game, you got to like that.
Jarvis Walker, the sophomore, checks in. And a 3-ball, no good by Eluzio.
Starting to think we're going to see a lot of 3 balls this game. Both teams been aggressive from downtown. For UINDY in that win, 81-39 against Ohio Dominican on Friday, they shot 26 3-pointers, made 10 of them. Not a bad clip.
David Ija also checking in for Steinfeld at the last dead ball. Choa also back into the game. Ben Nickerson will sit down. Jones to throw in, and it's turned over. Here comes Williams. Running with him is Choa. No good.
Man, that looked like a good pass, but just couldn't connect.
Wow, a technical foul all the way away from the basket. Is it going to go on Lake Erie? I think it is.
Yeah, a little bit too much contact, a forceful hit to the face of Bruno Williams, and they're going to call that one basically every time.
So I guess it's going to go on number 15. So Bruno Williams with the technical foul.
Interesting.
He's not happy, but Lake Erie will shoot a free throw. There at the line is Uzzolino, and he misses.
Interesting there. It looked like it was the contact went all to the face of Bruno Williams. I thought they were going to call it on Isolino, but instead, obviously, it was the other way around. First technical we've seen.
Choa knocks over Manning. He'll stand up with it, though. Hughes goes baseline. Now Manning, he's got 4. Working on Choa. Knocks it off the back of the iron. Here come the Hounds.
It's going to be a losing battle most of the night for Manning. He's just undermanned, you might say.
Ija Williams to the bucket. Pop and fake, back out Tynes. Tynes, little jumper from the elbow is no good. Rebound to Choa, and he has it taken away from him, and a jump ball.
I like that shot from Tynes. Did a great job navigating traffic. Found himself a wide open shot. No one within 5 to 6 feet of him, but he just can't get it to go through the bucket. Something that hasn't been able to see a whole lot this season. In that game against Ohio Dominican, just 4 points.
Damian Williams checks in for Johnny Manning. He'll sit down. Tynes to throw in. Williams posting up his Choa underneath. Looking at him is now Walker. Walker gets to the bucket. Now back out. Williams, 3-ball. It's wide right, but a foul.
Give him 3 free throws. Looked like that was a good shot, too. It was close to being on target, but just got fouled, and I think Williams is a pretty exciting prospect here for the Greyhounds. He's in his senior season. He's obviously, like we mentioned, played for Lewis the last 2 seasons, but he transferred from Parkland College before that. So he's been around the block. He's got all the leadership skills you want, and I think he's going to do wonders in trying to fill at least part of the shoes that Corey Miller Jr. has left as he graduated.
Williams at the line, a transfer over from Lewis, played 2 seasons there as he knocks down his first. He was second-team All-GLVC last year with the Flyers.
And as the aforementioned Corey Miller Jr. looks on from the left side of your screen in that red flannel, we'll see him again on this next shot, I'm sure. He's sitting in the crowd. I'm sure we're going to see Miller Jr. at a lot of these games this season. Was there on Friday. He likes to support his team.
Paul Corsaro in his 3rd year, and Williams knocks down all 3 free throws. The Greyhounds have their first lead. They'll pull up the full court press. There to defend is Walker. Jones still in the game, hasn't sat down just yet. A near turnover. Williams holding it 30 feet from the basket. Now Hughes works with it. Jones has it stripped away and a turnover. Greyhounds forced their 2nd of the game so far.
Walker's got the steal. He's been a great player these last, obviously the first game and then a few minutes here. I like what I've seen from Jarvis Walker. He's a sophomore, transferred in from Purdue Fort Wayne, which is actually where Corsaro used to coach for a couple years before he came to UINDY. But Walker's been a pretty good player early here for the Greyhounds, and I think it's only a matter of time before he finds himself in that starting lineup. He's played well, and it's been exciting to see.
3 subs will check in for UINDY. Jesse Bingham back into the game along with Julian Steinfeld and Jacoby Robinson. The 3 to sit down, Choa, Tynes, and Bruno Williams. Robinson will throw in a 1-point lead for UINDY just under 6 minutes into the game. Bingham can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, now has it taken away, but a foul.
Bingham, such an impressive player there. Obviously missed a shot and couldn't get the rebound, but he was fouled. He put up with so much contact inside, and the fact that he was able to get that shot off and then try to come out of nowhere, climb the ladder, and pull down the board, it was an impressive effort from him, and it got him to the line. Something we saw a lot last year, second on the team in free throws attempted. Didn't attempt a single one, though, on Friday night.
Caleb Picks will have to sit down. He was just in the game for a couple minutes, picks up 2 fouls. He will sit down. Replacing him is Jacob Plants. Also into the game at the last dead ball was Trace Bisco, the freshman. Bingham knocks down both free throws. He's got 4.
Nice
and another
steal.
turnover.
I'm telling you, Walker's a dog here for this team. He's already got a couple steals, playing great on defense, and you can't leave him open either. Wait and see what he can do when he's got the ball in his hands.
Greyhounds already in the bonus. Lake Erie put on 7 fouls already here in the opening 6.5 minutes. 3 more, and they'll shoot 2 free throws in the double bonus the rest of the way for this first half. Here is Walker. Walker to the bucket, has it blocked. Blocked and swatted away by Williams. Isolino, 3 ball, no good. That was Bisco missing it.
We're not going to see Michael Isolino go inside very often, so he needs to capitalize more when he's open on the perimeter.
Bingham behind the arc looking for a posted up Ija. Can't find him. Robinson taking a screen over there is Walker. Now an open Robinson, thought about the 3, he'll go inside. Nice ball movement, 3 balls no good, too strong. Another 3, Walker will put this one up, and again too strong. Another offensive board, but we're going the other way.
Just a lot of chaos throughout the entirety of this game to this point, but especially on that play as well. Balls bouncing around, a lot of things going on, and obviously it's just going to be a test to see who can manage this chaos better, and especially once we get later in the game.
The foul goes on Ija, his second, team's 3rd.
How about this 8-0 scoring run that the Greyhounds have gone on the last 4 minutes?
Yeah, it kind of goes under the wraps that Lake Erie they've missed the last handful of shots. UINDY taking advantage, forcing those turnovers. Bishko setting up a play here. And now Peterson, the graduate student, checking in for the first time. Williams has it stripped away, and the steal goes to Steinfeld. There to swat it away is Walker. And the open Walker, he'll tee up a 3. Puts it in.
Did I tell you? You cannot leave Jarvis Walker open. He's beginning to become one of my favorite players on this team, and it's just the second game we've seen him in a gray uniform.
Walker had 12 the other night. 1 of 2 from downtown, knocks down his first try of the day. He's 1 of 2 on the day so far today. Steinfeld the board.
And now he can start asserting his dominance on the inside. Steinfeld's taller than everybody in this room.
Sean Craig into the game. He'll try a 3. That's good.
And again for Craig, last week he was 3 of 3 from downtown. He can put up some shots, and he's a big man, though, so it's pretty impressive to see his efforts from the perimeter.
Kyle Conley will have to burn his first timeout of the game. We're under 12 minutes, which means media timeout. Let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle, what do you got?
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Coach Casaro a little frustrated with the team's offense as he feels they could be doing much better inside the paint as they only had 2 points so far. He was talking to his captain, Jesse Bingham, telling him what he expects from him. More first action coming your way here on UINDY TV.
Back at Nickerson Hall. Thanks for that sideline report, Giselle. Again, it's 19-10 UINDY on top against Lake Erie. They've played a pretty solid first half here already, and Again, like Giselle mentioned, they've out-rebounded Lake Erie already, and they've only turned the ball over 2 times, which is definitely a recipe for success. The Storm will inbound. Plants is on the floor. He'll throw in underneath. Same 5 on the floor for UIndy. They'll break the press. Picks to the basket. Finds a cutting Manning.
Goodness.
Can't get it to go. Nice defense again by the Hounds.
Talk about chaos.
Picks looking for the posted up Manning. They'll get it down to him. Back out to Bishko. They'll swing it around. Now a 3 ball. It's no good. That one put up by Plants. Can't get it to fall. Robinson, the cutting Steinfeld. He lost it.
I don't know
Bingham
if he lost
got
it
it
or sure seemed like he just did a good job batting it out to a teammate.
Robinson missed the 3 ball. Plants got the board. Jones down to Williams. Manning cannot get the shot to go.
Steinfeld with his 4th rebound already. He's got more rebounds than he does minutes played.
Jarvis Walker. He'll have to retreat, and Robinson will reset. Greyhounds looking solid on offense and even more solid on defense. They've only gave up 10 points in the opening 9 minutes. But a steal here. Plants the other way, and he'll lay it in for 2.
Too easy. Gets the steal and untouched on his way to the basket. You love to see those. If you're a Storm fan, the first time they've scored since before the under-16 media timeout. It's been that long, 5:51. They break a 14-0 run for Indianapolis.
Now Robinson. Bingham, he's open, and he smartly takes the open 2, but can't get that one to go. Long rebound tracked down by P.J. Jones.
It's been a bit of a struggle for Bingham. There seems to be a lid on the basket.
Jones will take the 3, and he can't get it to go. Rebound to Steinfeld.
Yet another one. He's going to have 10 rebounds before we even get to the next media timeout. He's playing very well on the boards, and he's earning himself plenty of playing time, maybe even a spot in the starting lineup.
Bingham with it. He'll go to the bucket, and he has it stripped. Taken by Manning with the steal. Jones. Peterson, top of the key, picks, teeing up a 3 is no good.
And now suddenly the fatigue starting to set in for some of these players, especially Steinfeld. He has those 6 rebounds now, but he's running back and forth, up and down the floor, trying to play great on offense and on defense, and he's playing good, but you can see him visibly tired there.
Bingham inside, no. Steinfeld, fight for the rebound, and the Greyhounds call a timeout. There to call it is Sean Craig, heads up play.
Sean Craig, he's a freshman, just his 2nd game with the Greyhounds, and that's, like you said, a very high basketball IQ play. Gets the ball and knows before he steps on the baseline, call timeout.
Greyhounds up by 7. We will step aside and be back here on the GLVC Sports Network, UINDY TV.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
Welcome back. Greyhounds lead by 7 here in UINDY. They have been stifling on defense, to say the least.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive. Like we mentioned, they were on a 14-2 run the last 7+ minutes. They're doing a great job on defense, but also making up for it with some offensive production. It's been an all-around great few minutes here for Indianapolis.
Walker off the inbound, draws the foul, and takes a hard fall.
And you know he wasn't aiming to make that shot. He was just aiming to put one up so he can get these easy 2 points. Already, look at this, the 8th foul that Lake Erie's been called for. And Graham, there's 9 minutes left in this first half.
I'm not surprised that the scouts of UINDY decided to go after Walker from Purdue Fort Wayne, because even just watching him here in his first 2 games with UINDY has been super impressive, and heads-up plays all around. He just makes smart decisions and gets to the line here and knocks down his first of 2.
And I wonder what kind of connections Corsaro still has back at Purdue Fort Wayne. I mentioned how he was an assistant there for 2 years before, so he was at UINDY for 6 years as an assistant. went to Purdue Fort Wayne for 2 years,
Right.
and then back here to UIndy now the last 3 years as a head coach. I wonder if he calls up some buddies every now and then saying, hey, got any guys want to transfer, any guys with some eyes on that we can have? And sure enough there, he's able to pull. It looks to be a good player from Purdue Fort Wayne.
Walker's got 5 points now after he knocks down both free throws. It's a 9-point lead. 3 ball in the corner. Isolino knocks it down.
That is a pretty impressive one, and we can see him quite a bit from the perimeter. I mentioned it earlier.
Cross-court pass is picked off by Lake Erie. Here comes Jones. Jones throws it up. No good. Rebound fought for and taken by Jacoby Robinson.
Robinson's 4th. He had 9 last game. He's just a monster at the boards. The Greyhounds really have 3 players that can haul in, upwards, I'd say, of 15 rebounds a game if they wanted to. Between Robinson, who we just saw get one there, Choa, who started the game as a monster, and Steinfeld, who already has 6 rebounds of his own. They've got plenty of guys that can really crash the boards here, get plenty of rebounds. We're going to see a much different rebounding team this season than the Greyhounds had last season.
Sean Craig checks in as well as Nickerson. Nickerson to throw in.
And I'll tell you what, to my point there, they averaged 31 rebounds last season, had 48 against ODU on Friday.
And a foul, I believe. It's going to be batted out of bounds probably by Lake Erie. No, it will be a foul. Foul goes on the Storm. And I don't think they signaled who the foul was on, but it will be UIndy ball nonetheless, and Walker to throw in. And they're trapped in the corner over there. Walker's got to retreat. Now Craig. Tynes will dance on Jones. Getting it down and stealing it away is Peterson. He's going to be fouled by Tynes.
Yeah, that's a pretty obvious foul. Tynes is going to give his case here, but it's pretty obvious he reached out, and maybe not intentionally, but he did end up tripping up the offense, and it was just kind of a poor pass there.
Yeah.
I think that was maybe just trying to recover from that poor throw.
Absolutely a trip there by Tynes. His only argument is that it was an incidental trip. But nonetheless, it will be a foul on Tynes, and Tynes picks up his first. UIndy has 4 as a team. The next one, Lake Erie, will shoot free throws. Isolino, now Hughes. He'll try a 3 and knocks that one down.
My goodness, Hughes cannot be stopped from downtown. 3 of 3. He's got 9 points already.
And Lake Erie is now within just 3 points as we're under 8 to play. Next dead ball will be immediate timeout. Walker, Craig, he'll cut to the glass, and it drops through.
How about that? He doesn't just shoot threes. Pretty physical, playing well inside, and just another example of that. Sean Craig could be a good player. He's just a freshman. So many good newcomers here for Indianapolis. It's very exciting to see.
Peterson, a cutting Manning. He'll spin around, flood this one up. No good. Off the hand of Manning, out of bounds. It'll be hound ball.
And again, Manning draws a tough task of being matched up with Kendrick Choa. We'll tell you about him next.
Greyhounds lead by 5. We're under 8 to go, which means another media timeout. And let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle.
The Greyhounds just can't find a way to score in the paint. However, they're making it up from behind the three-point line as they've been 4 out of 7 thanks to Jacoby Robinson and Sean Craig. And Sean Craig is coming off a game where he had 9 points in his Greyhound debut. So he's going to be a fun player to watch as he's kind of utilized as their secret weapon. When we return for more first half action coming your way here on UIndy TV.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Welcome back. We're at Nickerson Hall, and UIndy's in their second game of the year here. They lead by 5.
And we talked about going into that break, Johnny Manning. He's a sophomore. He stands 6'7", 215, which is big for a lot of guys, right? But for Kendrick Choa, he just has more size, 6'7", 240. He's got 25 pounds on him, and he's just a lot more physical. Manning's really struggled inside because he draws that tough task of being matched up with Choa on both ends of the floor. So far, Choa's won the battle.
Nickerson will cross the timeline. In the corner, Bingham will try a 3, and that one's no good.
Again, it hasn't been quite the start that Bingham's used to. 1 of 5 from the field.
Hughes thought about a 3. Now they'll swing it around. Isolino tries it. This one's short. And it's out of bounds off of Robinson. It'll be Storm ball.
Yeah, it was a close call. Referee has the better eyes, but we'll see what Lake Erie can do now with the chance they get an extra possession here. They need to do something with it.
Robinson doesn't agree with the call.
I think
Jones
it was
will
close.
take it out.
I see the argument, but again, the referee was standing right there. It's a bang-bang call.
Next one probably will go UIndy's way, as you see that too often. Hughes. Isolino mid-range jumper, too strong.
He's been impressive on the floor. Isolino doing a good job moving around. However, he just hasn't been able to get a lot of these shots to fall. He's looked good until that ball leaves his hands.
Nickerson, 35 feet from the basket, just dribbles in the eyes of Isolino. Now Bingham, and a foul down low away from the ball. It'll go on Manning. Manning is just laughing this one off, does not agree with the call, but with that, Choa is going to go to the line as they're in the bonus. He'll shoot 1 of 1.
Remember, he missed his first 2 free throws of the game. Hit half of them on Friday. Let's see what he can do here.
Knocks that one down. And the UIndy leads up to 6 now.
Yeah, these 1-on-1 bonus shots are very crucial that he hits at least one of them because, I mean, if you miss the first one, you don't get another shot.
That's Choa's first point of the day so far. He's played 9 minutes tonight and now 1 of 2 from the line. A throwaway. Can Nickerson track it down? He won't be able to.
No harm, no foul, though. The Greyhounds will still have possession. He sure did give it his best. How about Ben Nickerson last night? Was on the Jumbotron at the Pacers game. One of the loudest fans there, yeah.
How about that?
They were going around saying we need to hear some noise, and he was up there dancing for a solid 10 seconds up on the Jumbotron. Said, hey, I know that guy.
How about that? Now Robinson. He'll drive in and lay it in with the right hand.
Robinson is having himself an impressive game. Leads the team with 8 points and those 5 rebounds. He's played very well inside. On his way to a double-double if he keeps this up.
Ija, Craig, and Williams up off the bench for Indianapolis. They'll come in at the next dead ball, and no good on the shot by Peterson. Rebound to Nickerson. Ahead, it's tipped away by the leaping picks.
Goodness, Hughes doing a great job today.
Isolino lays it in.
How did he keep a hold of that basketball? How impressive was that?
Bingham, he's going to go strong to the bucket. No call, though, no foul.
Both ends of the floor. Leon Hughes playing very well. Gets the rebound. Of course, he's 3 of 3 from downtown. He's playing good on offense and almost as good on defense. Had the steal of the possession prior.
Robinson a bit shaken up on the play, hobbling up the court. Choa and an offensive foul led with his shoulder.
Well, it's a good time for that stoppage of the clock because it's going to give Robinson a chance to go sit down and take a break. Corsaro's going to figure out who he wants on the floor and who he wants to replace. And luckily for Robinson, he was able to get up and hobble around on his own power, but you never like to see that. Probably just a bit of an ankle tweak, something of that sort. He'll get a chance to rest up on the bench.
It was awesome footwork by Johnny Manning, able to shift and slide his feet, get in front of Choa, beat him to the spot, and taking the charge with his chest.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good to see for Manning as well. Get a little bit of confidence in him. He's able to come in, make a good play, gets his team possession.
Lake Erie hasn't led for almost 10 minutes now. Their last lead was 10-9. They will inbound down 6 and under 5 to play. Jones now on the left wing with Plants. Walker back into the game. Hughes, he'll knock down a 3.
My goodness, Hughes 4 of 4 from downtown. His day just keeps getting better.
What a start.
Last season, Leon Hughes, 9 points on average, 4 rebounds on average. Shot 34% from 3. And he just continues to improve upon that.
Craig left alone, and he knocks him down.
My goodness, he has yet to miss a three-pointer this season. 5 of 5, he's hit 2 today.
Plus a foul away from the ball. The 3 ball will count. and I believe it was a foul on Lake Erie. It will go on Kevin Peterson, his first. And I believe, no, it won't be UIndy ball. It will be Lake Erie ball. They'll inbound. I think the UIndy bench also got a warning. One of the far side referees tells them to calm down a bit.
I think they ended up calling that foul on Julian Steinfeld. Bit of a change up there.
Really? Okay.
So the Greyhounds
Steinfeld
sixth.
picks up his first. Hughes now. Running screens, there's Hughes. Kicking out, a wide open three. Isolino makes him pay in and out and back in again.
The fist pump for Isolino, and he does a good job. The transfer from Bryant University, native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He hits that three, but guess what? The assist came from Leon Hughes. He continues to play great in all facets of basketball.
The lead has been trimmed to 3. Under 4 minutes to play now. How will the Greyhounds respond? Bingham with it. Back outside. Craig, he'll tip a 3. No good. Walker, no good again. Robinson can't get that one down, and here come the Storm.
Craig was left wide open. His first missed 3 of the season, but it looked like a good shot, and the Greyhounds just trying to get that board, but Lake Erie prevailing. The Greyhounds have an obvious size advantage here, so it's been impressive to see how Lake Erie's been able to rebound a bit of late. Of course, UIndy leads that rebounding category with 9 more rebounds than the Storm do, but, I mean, the last few minutes, it's been Lake Erie kind of dominating the boards a bit more.
UIndy's lead is just 3, and we're under 4 minutes. Media timeout. Let's go down on the sidelines. Giselle Valentin.
Dominating Lake Erie's bench 16-3, giving the Greyhounds a little bit of the spark of energy, as in the last game they had 35 points. When we return, more first half action here on UIndy TV on the GLVC network.
Award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UIndy TV News.
Greyhounds lead by just 3 points, and Lake Erie has fought all the way back, it seems like, knocking shots down from all over.
Yeah, and a big reason why they're able to get back into this game the way they have, they've been hitting money from downtown. They've made 4 of their last 5 3-pointers, and it's been a very impressive last few minutes for Lake Erie. The Storm, they're storming back.
Paul Corsaro will send the same 5 on the court with the exception of Kendrick Choa. He'll replace Julian Steinfeld at the dead ball.
Good to see Robinson moving around well.
Robinson, Bingham, Walker, and Tynes. Choa, the 5th for UIndy. The full court press drawn up by Conley and the Storm, but easily breaking it is Josiah Tynes here. Last 3 minutes of the first half here. Bingham is bumped.
A little bit of contact, but it was enough to send him to the line. Double bonus, so even though it wasn't a shooting foul, he'll get 2 opportunities. It'll be like that for the final 3 minutes here. And with Bingham, not to jinx him or anything, but he is one of the best free throw shooters on this team and one of the best ones in the GLVC.
Well, you know what's going to happen now, right? You just said not to jinx him.
I know, and
there
he's
he
short.
goes.
Look like, yeah, I'll take all the blame for that,
All
but
right.
I will say.
You know what they call that, right?
Yes, I know.
The
announcer's
jinx.
jinx. But
All right.
regardless,
Just
prior
making sure.
to that trip to the line, he's one of the best in the GLVC.
Bingham knocks down that one. He's now 3 of 4 from the line. UIndy leads by 4. Hughes has been lights out here in the first half. He lines up, now takes it. Manning, a cutting Hughes. He'll nearly throw it down, but a foul.
I'm okay with that foul. Bingham came up. He's going to have a little bit of dirt on his jersey getting that foul, but hey, he did a good job to prevent just what would have been an easy dunk and really a demoralizing one. Came up, put just enough to all of a sudden make Hughes earn it at the line.
Again, yeah, if you're Jesse Bingham, that's an extremely smart foul. It's an easy dunk if you're Hughes there. Bingham comes across, and as you mentioned, he'll make him earn it.
Bingham's second foul, but he's not a guy that really gets in foul trouble, so not too worried about it.
Hughes is 68% from the line last year, knocks down his first, and he is 1 of 1 from the line, his first free throw of the day. How about Kyle Conley in his 6th year, 11th year total with the program, but now their head coach for the 6th time. His overall record under 500, 68 and 92, but Conley leads Lake Erie into another season.
Trying to improve upon just a 500 record last year, and they finished 8th in the GMAC. But of course, they're picked 6th, though. All the coaches in the Great Midwest Athletic Conference think that they will be improving. And so far, they look a lot better than the team that the Greyhounds thumped last season.
Tynes has this one batted away, and Jones lays it in to tie the game.
What a shot from Jones. That was impressive.
What a stretch of ball played by the Lake Erie Storm. Tynes, how will the Greyhounds answer? Craig, he'll put up a 3 and an offensive foul. This one's going to go down low on Kendrick Choa.
His second personal foul of the day, and suddenly the Greyhounds start to slip a little bit. They had a nice stronghold on the lead. Since then, they've been kind of struggling a bit. Now we're tied.
Not a lot of Storm fans here, but the Lake Erie bench certainly cheering on their guys out on the floor, trying to will them to a first half lead here. A halftime lead, rather. Shot's no good by Plants. It's going to go out of bounds off of UIndy.
Robinson gave his best to try to pull that board down, but it just barely hits the baseline, and that'll lead to Lake Erie having the ball here.
I can hear you. Yeah.
3 ball. Isolino is fouled. Shot no good. He'll go to the line for 3 shots, though. That foul put on by Jarvis Walker. That's going to be Walker's first. And again, Isolino will get 3 free throws here on the foul. He'll go to the line. And Lake Erie trying to pick up their first lead since early in this half. And they do. Isolino played last year at Bryant University. He's from Pittsburgh, though, in his sophomore year. And he knocks down his second as well, and they're up 2.
Suddenly, a big change in complexion. It was the Greyhounds who went on a big run. That 14-0 run took a commanding lead, but since then, it's Lake Erie going on a bit of a run of their own, a 6-0 run here in the last 2 minutes.
Lake Erie hasn't beat UIndy since 2009. Last year, they lost 80-47. Certainly, they have flipped the script this year as they lead with just a minute 24 to play before the half.
That was the season opener of last season. Here's the second game on the Greyhound slate. This is a nice little GMAC GLVC crossover to start off the year.
Tynes to the bucket, fall away shot, banks it in.
Josiah Tynes, what a shot.
Pretty play by Josiah Tynes.
It may be Sunday, but the bank is open.
Liebacher, newly inserted into the game. Manning stepped out right before he cuts to the basket, penetrates and puts his foot on the sideline. That's Lake Erie's 7th turnover of the game, and UIndy will have a chance to take the lead here.
Under a minute to go in the half. It is a very crucial juncture of this game for the Greyhounds to try to take that lead into halftime, have that just that reassurance that, hey, we're in the lead. Things may not have gone the way we thought they were, but in the end, we're still up on the scoreboard, and they can spend the next 15 minutes pondering that, but we'll see if that's the case.
Robinson trapped with it. He'll get it away. Steinfeld to the bucket.
That's one way to do it. Not only gets the points, then they get a big dunk, but it comes at a price.
And Steinfeld is shaken up. Hughes caught him as he was falling to the ground, I believe, as we see the replay. Pardon, that was Manning who kind of slid underneath him. Steinfeld hung on the rim there, and he comes down a bit shaken up. He's down on the floor, and we're going to step aside. Greyhounds lead by 1. Final half minute to go when we come back here on the GLVC Sports Network and UINDY TV.
Jake, who you got? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on. Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
We're back, and Julian Steinfeld has been carried off the court. Our thoughts and prayers are with him as he is still in the arena. He's going to probably be worked on with the athletic training staff. And that's all we'll say about that.
Yeah, landed awkwardly. You hate to see it, and you hope he's all right. As far as things basketball-wise, just 30 seconds to go here in the first half.
Lake Erie trying to take back the lead. It's Isolino. Now 3-ball. Plants, drills it.
Goodness. This Lake Erie team not ready to give up. They want to go into halftime with the lead. And
2-point lead.
Greyhounds going to try to tie it up, if not more. The final 5 seconds, it's going to take a lot.
5 seconds, now 4. Robinson's got to go. He'll put up a jumper. He knocks it down.
My goodness. He shakes his head. What a shot from Jacoby Robinson. What half he's at? 3 of 4 from downtown. This is his biggest one. The Greyhounds sneak away with the lead in the final few seconds. Look at that.
Check out that fadeaway jumper. Robinson drills it, and he has got 8 points to lead the Greyhounds in scoring as we go into the half. UINDY up 1 point as we go into the mid-break. Let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle.
A scary moment after Julian Steinfeld's dunk when he landed, and coaches, staff, and players went to go help him as Kendrick Choa and David Eja lifted up the 7-foot German. Currently, he is being looked at by nursing staff. When we return, second half action here on UINDY TV on the GLVC network.
life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools for nearly 500,000 student athletes. College sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby. Inside the 30, touchdown! Michaela Spurgeon.
An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge. I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Well, that's so many memories, I would say. I think the things that when my teammates and I get together, what we enjoy the most, I think, are just all the stories, all the things that happen between us playing against some of the best schools. You know, we played some Division I schools. We beat Eastern Illinois twice. A thrill for a Division II school to go in and to beat a Division I school. And I think we remember, you know, feeling like kind of the David versus Goliath. And that's what I think we realized, if you can come together as a group, you know, that you can have success. Well, I think any competitive person, it's tough. But I still look at it today. You know, it's been 30 years since I played competitive basketball, and in the business world and the education world, you lose, and things happen, and you go back to your playing days, and you got knocked down, and you got to get back up. So that was kind of our mantra. I think to have dreams. I just, as a little kid, I had dreams that I wanted to do something athletically, you know, and basketball was my passion. And so I don't care what it is, do something that you like, that you're passionate about. That to me is the most important thing, and then work to achieve it. And if you work hard enough at it, I think your dreams can come true, even when people tell you it'll never happen. And that to me was kind of the David versus Goliath thing. Yeah, and it's a cliche, but I do think life is a game. Life is a competition. And I think I was prepared because I competed in college, and I say the same thing to people. You kind of those same attributes. You have to work hard, you have to practice what you want to do, and you have to believe in yourself, and you have to have those dreams, and you put that package together, and I think it's a pretty good package for success. Hi, I'm Larry Tucker. I'm a former NCAA student athlete from Lewis University.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
Back here at Nickerson Hall and the Greyhounds as we close out the halftime warm-ups and get ready set for the second half. They lead by one, but likely to be without one of their players off the bench, Julian Steinfeld. We will see, but right now the Greyhounds have shot 42% from the field and a whopping 55% from downtown. Let's go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle, what do you got?
The energy in Nickerson Hall has shifted as towards the end of the first half, Julian Steinfeld has suffered an injury. During the half, he was with the training staff as they put ice around his right knee. Coach Casaro and company have been giving him, showing lots of love. Throwing it back to you guys.
Thanks, Giselle. And we are set for the second half. Nathaniel, Greyhounds almost gave up the lead there towards the end of the half. What did you see from them there towards the end down the stretch where they almost did give up that lead?
Well, it was just kind of, I'd say more so the onus on Lake Erie. They played very well going to the end of it. Their perimeter play was so much better. They shot much better from downtown, Lake Erie did. So the Greyhounds maybe try to tighten up on that perimeter defense, but I think the testament goes more on Lake Erie playing really well, more so than it was UINDY struggling.
A lot of that thanks to Leon Hughes, who had 14 points in the first half to lead all scores. He was 4 for 4 from downtown and picks up the foul here as, kick ball, as the Storm will take it out.
Hughes has been such a good player for this team. Excited to see.
Jones, the lefty, can't knock down that 3 ball. Robinson brings it down for Indianapolis. Starting 5 back on the floor for Corsaro and company, and Nickerson will control. Bingham tries to go baseline, nearly stepped out. It gets his own.
Yeah, he gets fouled. He was double teamed.
Fouled.
Tried to navigate through traffic and just a little too much contact. Something that a lot of teams are going to be doing this year, double teaming.
Foul goes on Plants, his second. Nickerson throwing in. And Choa back to Nickerson. Goes baseline and lays it up and in. Greyhounds' first bucket of the second half. The lead back up to 3 now. Jones, long 2, no good, too strong.
I love the way he navigated traffic leading up to that shot. It was just a little off target, but he found an open shot. It was a good look. Just didn't convert the way he wanted to.
And a foul, push-off foul, I believe, on Johnny Manning. Greyhounds will have the ball now. And Nickerson, the senior, at the set. Tynes breaking and putting it in. What a wild shot, but Tynes put it in.
And Tynes, I mean, he's played pretty well at stretches.
Manning can't answer. Here comes Nickerson with a full head of steam.
5 on 3, they've got the numbers.
Robinson knocks it down.
Jacoby Robinson, 4 of 5 from 3 today. I talked about it at the very beginning of the game. When he starts to feel these shots, his stroke hardly ever misses from deep, and he does another one there.
Greyhounds go on a little run to begin the second half. Now up by 8, little run. We'll go ahead and step aside here on UINDY TV and the GLVC Sports Network.
Jake, who you got? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on. Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
I want a like a tan suit.
I didn't know the forecast called for rain, as it is raining threes here in Nickerson Hall. UINDY Greyhounds making a comeback. Throwing it back to you guys.
Thanks, Giselle. Greyhounds 7 for 12 from behind the arc, good for about 58% from downtown as they now lead by 8.
Graham, we can always count on our sideline reporter to tell us how the weather is. Typically, that's for outside sports,
Yeah.
right? But she's right. It's been raining threes from each team. Been pretty impressive.
Much like the weather yesterday at UIndy's football regular final season home game against Truman State. The snow was falling, and they got the GLVC title.
That's a fun game, too. Kudos to UIndy's
Wasn't it?
football team getting that GLVC title.
Mm-hmm.
They've got 8 of those now.
The Storm will inbound, little slippage on the court. And it'll be Plants to throw in. Jones now. Hughes, a cutting Jones. Nickerson there to defend. In the corner, Burton will try this one too strong. Brought down, Plants back up, blocked from behind by Bingham. Blocked again, Robinson that time.
Dang. Robinson tried his best. Again, another example of all the chaos that's going on beneath the basket today. And the Greyhounds so close to keeping it in. Look at that. All the times that it was blocked, it was tipped around. It was ultimately Robinson who got the block, just couldn't keep it in bounds.
That's UIndy's second and third block of the day. Manning underneath, lays it in.
Wide open. The defense just kind of lapses there and allows Manning untouched to lay that one in.
Robinson will bring it up, guarded by Hughes. And a travel. He walked with it. Nice defense there over by Plants. Ball denial on Jesse Bingham. David Eja will check in. He'll replace Choa. The big man will sit down. He's got 1 point on the day, a couple rebounds and a block. And to the likeness of Paul Corsaro, only 1 foul tonight as well.
Yeah, it's been pretty impressive. Really, the fouling of the Greyhounds whole this season, doing a good job limiting those.
Then they've done a nice job of defending, especially on the interior, without fouling. Again here, Hughes gets this one to go. Good defense, but better offense by Leon Hughes.
Yeah, as I thought we were about to see a great example of what you had just mentioned, but then the ball did fall in, so a nice shot from the offense. But Robinson, he did play some pretty good defense.
Corsaro and the rest of the UIndy coaching staff has done a good job teaching their guys to go straight up. Haven't seen a lot of fouling tonight from either side. Bingham to the basket and a foul. Jesse Bingham, nice take inside. He does so well finding the open sliver of space and making the defense pay. Does it again, practicing his stroke, and he'll shoot 2.
75% from the line this season.
The redshirt sophomore out of Warren Central rattles that one in.
And how about Bingham? Went to Warren Central, won that state title in 2017 with his teammate Jacoby Robinson. Jacoby transfer. He actually started his career as a freshman with McKendree, who was on the first team all-freshman for the GLVC. And then he transferred here to Indianapolis. Now Robinson and Bingham, 2 very good friends, 2 high school friends. They get to play basketball together. They play very well.
Burton to the lane. Lays that one in with the right hand and cuts the lead to 3. Bingham rattled out, that last free throw. Goes 1 of 2 from the line that trip.
Burton, a transfer himself, came from Notre Dame College out of Toledo, Ohio, and he leads the team in scoring average last season. He's starting pretty good this season.
Robinson, open 3,
No
knocks
way.
it down.
Robinson will not miss. He is 5 of 6 from downtown. He continues that reign in the stronghold from behind the 3.
Robinson has 17 points. The UIndy lead is 6. Burton to the bucket again. What a lane. Jordan Burton has been impressive tonight, to say the least.
Not only great offensive production from Robinson, but look at the way he's leading his team. He's setting up the offense. He's doing a good job there.
Off the foot of Jacob Plants. That one goes out of bounds. UIndy will retain possession, but that will take us to our under 16 media timeout with UIndy up by 4 points. And let's quickly go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle, what do you got for us down there?
All right, Graham. Well, it's a much more exciting half as as Coach Casaro telling his guys on the bench to step it up for Julian Steinfeld. So the guys are putting their heart and soul into this game. When we return, we have more second half action here on UINTV on the GLVC network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
Back here in Nickerson Hall, a 4-point lead, as you can see, for UIndy.
This is a game that's gone back and forth. It started with Lake Erie taking a big lead early, and then the Greyhounds stormed back and took a big lead of their own, but now it's just been back and forth. Leads changed multiple times, and it's been a lot of fun.
Greyhounds killing the Storm on the boards, 24-16 in the rebounding battle. It will be Indianapolis ball. Bingham. Now Tynes, he'll run off a screen by Choa and gets Manning to switch off. Bingham nearly falls down, keeps his dribble somehow. And that'll take us to a shot clock violation.
Bingham needs to call a timeout, and of course it's hard because he's got guys on him trying to take the ball from him. It's hard to call a timeout when you're holding the ball, but you got to find a way to kind of stop that madness, because when he's on the ground, he's got two guys on him. It's a losing battle. A timeout would have really helped.
Hughes will inbound off the UIndy turnover. Jones has it. Now Hughes will dance. He'll dance on Robinson, and it's blocked by Robinson. He picks it up. Outlet pass, and Walker lays it in.
The second block from Robinson sets up the second bucket of the day from Walker. He's got 7 points now, his second made field goal.
Manning underneath, lost it out of bounds off himself. It'll be UIndy ball. Look at this outlet pass, and Walker with a heads-up play, lays that one in. Easy find inside Robinson. An awesome outlet pass. The assist goes to him.
I'm telling you, Walker's got a bright future ahead of him in a Greyhound uniform. And he's just a sophomore. Plenty of time to grow in this system.
Tynes will slowly bring it forward for Indianapolis, and now they'll get into their set with just 15 on the shot clock. Tynes, 3-ball.
Josiah Tynes. He's playing pretty well today. 7 points already. Didn't have his best game on Friday, but he's definitely making up for it early.
Picks will hand off. Jones. How can the Storm respond here? A little 5-0 run and a travel.
You hate to see that if you're Isolino, because it looked like he had a good shot. Maybe if he took the shot when the contact was on its way, could have drew the foul. Instead, tried to get a little too fancy, getting that step aside and wasn't able to knock it down.
The Storm's 9th turnover of the game off the travel. Now Tynes will bring it up. He'll cross midcourt for Indianapolis. He stands at the flying eye. Bingham to the bucket. He's hit.
And Bingham is so good at drawing fouls. He had a great look at the basket there, drove in, but knew exactly where he needed to go to draw that foul, and now he'll be sent to the line.
When you talk about Jesse Bingham, you have to look at his development. Coming in to his freshman year, didn't have a lot of production, didn't get a lot of minutes. He did get occasional minutes, but he didn't get this heavy of a workload. He has been called upon by Coach Corsaro to be really one of the leaders out there on the court this year.
Yeah, and he's done a good job of it early, obviously only in the second game of the year, but excited to see where his development continues throughout the season.
Bingham was so impressive last year, had more than 10 points, scored double figures 24 times last year. His season high was 26 points.
Did that twice and led the team in scoring.
Bingham has 6 tonight. And here he is flying in for the rebound.
A brick of a three. You got to see better shots.
Bingham goes left. Now he'll pick up his dribble and spin behind, and they'll retreat. Walker. He'll go left, forces some contact, misses the jumper, and it'll go out of bounds off of Peterman. Williams will check in. He'll replace Bingham. And Tynes will throw in.
All of Williams' points have come from the free throw line. He's made all 3 of his shots from there. I'd like to see a bit more production from the field for Bruno.
Walker in the corner. He'll go to the bucket. Can't lay this in a hard foul, but he'll go to the line, and he's shaken up.
Walker, no stranger to the free throw line himself. On Friday, 5 of 6 from the line, 2 of 2 today, and look at this tough foul. You can't blame him for being a bit shaken up here. He'll take his time getting to the line.
An aggressive take. It's what you love to see from Jarvis Walker, the sophomore. Manning charged with the foul, his second. At the line is Walker, knocks down his first. The lead is back to double figures now. And he drills his second as well, the lead 11. Jones the other way. Walker is there to defend. They'll switch off now in Tynes. Manning in the corner, cross-court pass, trying to find the open space. Peterson's there. He'll chase it down. Won't decide to go for a 3 inside. Instead, he'll throw it in. Manning, hook shot is good.
My goodness, the sequence of passes there. The ball was touched by, I'd say, 10 different times.
Williams, he'll dump it down low, and Ija will work, and he'll travel.
And how about that? The bucket on one end, a good play on defense on the other. Lake Erie's right back in this game. For UINDY, though, they've made 9 of their last 10 shots from the field. They're hot on offense.
David Ija comes in out of St. Francis last year, now a junior here at UINDY, playing center right now out on the court. The stretch 5. Manning down low, he's hacked.
Takes a bit of a shot there as well, a bit shaken up. You see him kind of cradling his nose a little bit. Let's take a look at it here. Went up and just a little too much. They called that one on Williams. I'd say that looked a bit more like Craig.
Yeah, I thought it was Craig that slapped him across the face, but foul goes on Williams.
Just Williams is first. I'm sure he doesn't mind taking that one for the team.
Yeah. Free throw's good by Manning. Shoots 67% there. Manning gave him 10 a game last year in his freshman year. Now he's a true sophomore out of Grafton, Ohio.
Trying to continue to cut into this lead. Can't do it, though.
Misses his second free throw. His total will be 9 points as he's 1 of 2 from the line. Nickerson shaken up. He nearly got the ball stripped away from him, got hit. Now Nickerson, he'll tee up a 3. It's good.
Ben Nickerson, what a shot from him. We haven't heard his name in quite a while, but he finally comes on, makes his second shot of the day, and it is a good one. He had double figures in that first game, hit 2 from downtown, and gets his first there today.
Hughes. Isolino. Fall away shot. It's no good. Tipped out of bounds off of Hughes. Greyhound ball.
It's been a bit of a theme for Isolino. Great job dribbling the ball, moving around traffic, kind of dipping his shoulder into the defenders, just can't get it to fall.
And Tynes excited, pumped up as he walks to the UINDY bench. Under 12 minutes, Greyhounds lead by 11. Let's go down on the sidelines now with Giselle Valentin.
Coach Casaro telling his guys, that's what I'm talking about. After the Greyhounds made a bit of a run, he said just to keep going and keep fighting as the Greyhounds trying to make it 2-0. It's nothing but positive energy down here at the bench. When we return, more second half action here on UINDY TV on the GLVC network.
Hey, it's Giselle here on 88.7 WICR.
88.7 The Diamond, the only jazz and classical station in Indianapolis, completely led by the students of the University of Indianapolis. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn app, FM radio, HD radios, or even on our website at wicronline.org, a different kind of public radio.
How many does Diggs have? Let me see. Back here at Nickerson Hall, UIND leads by 11, and a lot of that coming to the defense of Indianapolis, and outstanding on that side of the ball.
Yeah, pretty impressive, and so far it's just been UIND of late being able to put their stamp on this game, not making a lot of mistakes. The turnover numbers are low. They're just doing a good job playing good basketball, and that's why they've got the lead that they do right now. Looking at those turnover numbers, I'll tell you in just a moment after this play.
Nickerson will bring it forward. The same, no, not the different five on the floor. Robinson checks in along with Kendrick Choa. Nickerson, Tynes, and Bingham out there. Bingham stands in the corner. He'll cross into the far corner as Tynes stands with it. They'll swing it around into Bingham's hands. And now Nickerson. He'll take a screen from Robinson. Nearly lost it. Got it back, and a foul.
Does a good job keeping a hold of the basketball there. For the Greyhounds, they had 10 turnovers in that first half, but since the break, we've only seen 3. They're doing a much better job taking care of the ball, and it's noticeable. It's why they've got this lead.
Nickerson. He'll dump it down to Choa. Choa lost it. Steal. Burton on the run and falling out of bounds as Jacob Plants could not plant his feet. Turnover.
Yeah, it seemed like he would have had an open 3 from the corner instead. You mentioned just wasn't able to get good footing. I think they might even come over and wipe this floor off. The referee just pointed towards it, but it seemed like just an unfortunate happening for him as he heads to the bench, a little hobbled.
UIndy will go to Western Kentucky on Tuesday. That an exhibition game, their only exhibition game of the year. Western Kentucky, a Division I school, so that won't count towards their overall record. And then they'll have 4 straight road games. They'll play in Grand Valley State, they'll play in Northwood, Quincy, and Truman State as Bingham lays it in.
And now Bingham back on the scoreboard. Been a slow second half for him, but maybe he can start getting heated up.
8 points now for Bingham. Burton can't get it to go. And Bingham comes away. Nearly lost it. Now Bingham's running with some steam. Nickerson. 3 ball, no good.
Just barely a miss. Looked like a good shot, and let's see if he can try it better next time. Looked like a good one, though.
Hughes will try a 3. That's good.
That's been the difference. We have not seen Leon Hughes. He's 5 of 5 from 3 today, 19 points, and we just haven't seen him during this UIndy run, but he does a great job cutting into it there.
The redshirt sophomore leads all scores. And a foul away from the ball. It'll go on Manning as he gets tripped up by Kendrick Choa. Check out this 3 ball. How pretty is that stroke? Hughes
Not only that
outside.
stroke, but the first 4 before it. He has
Right.
been unstoppable from downtown. We've talked about how good Jacoby Robinson is. You see him in the middle of the screen. But Hughes has just been one step better, playing good on all 3 faces.
Hughes, one of the only reasons Lake Erie is still within striking distance here, has 19. Robinson.
Meeting some good defensive pressure. I like the way that they're playing this. Although, as soon as I say it, a lapse in defense.
Tynes can't make him pay. Burton the board. He's running all the way to the glass.
Oh,
Pretty
my
play.
goodness.
Outside. 3 ball, no good by Bishko. Rebound to Tynes.
It is a shame that he was not able to make that shot because Burton, with one heck of a lead up before that, the way he spun around, passed up his own layup to get his own teammate with a crazy feed, a laser of a pass, and all for naught.
They're trying as hard as they can to go inside with Kendrick Choa, but Manning, an outstanding defender down there. Walker puts this one up, no good at the end of the shot clock. Bishko will slow things up for Kyle Conley.
Trying to cut into this double-figure lead. Lake Erie, if they want to get back to this game, it needs to start now.
Manning goes baseline and lays it in.
And I talked about how Manning struggled early in the game. He has figured out Choey. He's figured out how to move around him, how to be more of a finesse player at center. He's not used to it, but he's doing a good job now.
And that'll call a timeout. Paul Corsaro burns his second of the day. They'll have 2 remaining. This will be immediate timeout. I believe they will do immediate timeout. If not, we'll still go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. Giselle.
Let's talk about Jacoby Robinson. He's the Greyhounds leader with 17 points so far. Last game he only had 4, but today he's like, wait, I got this. More second half action coming your way when we return here on UINDY TV on the GLVC network.
Jake, who you got? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on, Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football.
If they win this
game, they're going to go into the exhibition looking pretty good. And I'm curious to see how the Greyhounds play against Western Kentucky. Obviously a bigger, better school, but it doesn't count. Maybe they can come and play pretty well.
Robinson can't knock down the 3. And the Storm have a chance to cut it within 5.
Maybe getting a little ahead of myself. Still plenty of time in this game. The Greyhounds need to find a way to get this win, but I'm just curious to see how they end up playing against that team in a game that's meaningless, but it's going to mean a lot more for the Greyhounds if they can hang tight with the D1 school.
The 10th turnover of the day goes off the hands of Leon Hughes out of bounds, and Sean Craig, recently inserted, he'll take it out. David Ija also on the floor. Bruno Williams was at the scorer's table, but he will not check in. Craig in the corner, cannot knock it down, an open 3.
Hits the top of the backboard, so it'll go out of bounds and give Lake Erie the ball. But for Craig, started super hot, made his first 5 threes this season, missed his last 2. Don't want to say he's gone cold, but he was wide open in the last 2 shots and wasn't able to knock either down.
Bishko dancing on Nickerson over there, bringing the ball up the court. Now Hughes. They'll dump it off. Manning gets a look inside. Ija's there to defend. He pick up his dribble, and he'll have to kick it back out. Burton, 8 on the play clock, and a left-handed layup is good.
Beautiful. There's a reason why we talked about him to start off the top of the broadcast. He's such a good player. He started cold, but has since heated up. He's got 6 points.
Holds up his left hand and looks over at the UINDY bench. Craig, 3-ball is good.
Disregard what I said about Sean Craig. He's right back in the flow of things. That was a pretty shot. He has just such a nice follow-through. It's the reason why so many of these triples fall through. And don't want to say he's shooting exclusively from 3, but most of his shots are coming from downtown, and most of them are falling.
Craig's got 11. He ties his point total from the other night. Peterson, 3-ball, no good. Offensive rebound, he got it himself. Peterson in the far corner now. Now they'll reset. Burton atop the key. Mismatch. He'll get inside. Fall away jumper. Can't get it.
Beautiful shot. Just can't get it to fall through. A lot of those fadeaways. Hard to get enough power on it, and we see there.
Bingham all the way to the bucket.
What a shot from Jesse Bingham. He does it all himself, and he gets 2. Bingham, been kind of slow today, but he finally reaches double figures.
Jesse Bingham leading the Greyhounds. They're up by 11. Manning inside lefty look is good.
Well, we talked about how Manning was mismatched against Choa, but he's got the size advantage over David Ija, at least the physicality advantage there. He does a good job showing him who's boss, the older player.
David Ija kicks it back out, and it's a turnover off the hands of Craig.
Just a few inches off the fingertips of Craig. You hate to see it. Just not quite an on-target pass.
That will take us to our under 8 immediate timeout. The Greyhounds up by 9. Lake Erie trying to cut back in. Catch more here. You're watching UINDY TV here on the GLVC Sports Network.
award-winning news coverage. Brought to you by ethical journalists that care about you. We have you covered on crime, latest on sports, and the best in entertainment. This is UINDY TV News.
Back here at Nickerson Hall, Julian Steinfeld, you see him there, has a couple of crutches over there.
Yeah, and you hate to see it, has that brace over his left knee. Got hurt early in the game, but not after he put up an impressive stat line here. For Julian Steinfeld, at just the first 9 minutes, he played 6 rebounds. He was really making a big difference, the 7-footer from Germany, but unfortunately went down to injury, was helped off, and now all he can do is watch and hope that his Greyhounds team can pull this one off.
Steinfeld gave them so much off the bench, and even before he went down with that injury, Nathaniel, you were talking about how even with the impressive start to the season for Steinfeld, might even get a look at the starting lineup, given a few games, but right now he'll be sidelined for the rest of this game, I'm sure.
He started about half the games for the Greyhounds last season. Not every team has a 7-footer, but right now the Greyhounds don't either as long as he's out.
Going to the basket is Hughes. He can't get it to go, but a foul off the miss by Manning. And it looks like Johnny Manning will have a couple free throws here. Foul's going to go on Sean Craig, his first, team's third.
Manning, a almost 70% free throw shooter. We'll see what he can do here. It's been pretty strong. Not as characteristic as other big men, but he's been able to break that mold. He makes his first.
Manning now 2 of 3 at the line. He's up into double figures as well. He's got 14 now for the Storm. One more free throw here.
They need to convert these free throw opportunities because the Storm made one of their last 8 triples and just one of their last 4 from the field. They're not getting shots to fall like they want. They need to make sure that these free throws do.
An important stretch of basketball here. UIndy leads by 7 here in the second game of the college basketball slate, and Tynes will lead the Greyhounds for now. Bingham cutting to the basket, lays it up and in.
Not a bad layup from Jesse Bingham. My goodness, he's looked so good. That's his 12th point, and he is just starting to heat up. 5 of 9 from the field, most of those coming in a row. He's made 3 of his last 4.
Jones crosses the timeline. They'll go down low. Manning is trapped. He'll kick it back out for Burton. Burton into the corner. Peterson, he's got to put one up, and he left it way short. Underneath, though, Picks left it short again.
You got to take better advantage of poor defense. The Greyhounds not able to get good perimeter defense from Tynes there, but this is going to lead to a wide-open 3.
Robinson in transition knocks it down.
My goodness, his 6th three-pointer. He has 20 points today. Jacoby Robinson, have a day. His career high is 22.
6 of 8 from downtown. What a day for Robinson.
Not too many guys can say that they've made 6 three-pointers in a game.
Lake Erie now. Just 6 on the shot clock. Jones is going to have to fire this one up. Left it short. Robinson, none other than Jacoby Robinson with the board, and UIndy will control.
How about Jacoby Robinson having a great day on both ends of the floor? That's his 9th rebound today. He's one more away from a double-double. Be the first of the season for a Greyhound.
Nickerson will draw something up. Now Bingham, he'll dance. He'll spin inside. Little free throw line jumper. It's off. That'll stop the clock at 4 minutes out of bounds. It will be Lake Erie ball when we come back. Greyhounds clinging to a 12-point lead. Lake Erie, final stretch of basketball for the Storm. You're watching UIndy TV here on the GLVC Sports Network.
Jake, who you got? Tennessee, Georgia.
Georgia, easily, man.
Come on. Tennessee's 8.5-point dogs. Easiest spread of all time.
How?
Because they're good, and Georgia's played nobody.
At least Georgia has a defense.
Oh, come on. You're an IU fan. Your opinion doesn't matter.
My opinion doesn't matter. The only thing you know as a Purdue fan is how to lose to a 15 seed in the March Madness tournament.
We're bowl eligible, my guy. Are you? Make sure to tune in to Last Call Monday nights. We'll talk about Division I football, give you plenty of UINDY sports, some interviews in there as well, and then plenty of pro sports, whether it be NFL, MLB, the whole shebang.
Yeah, and there's at least one guy that knows what he's talking about.
Welcome back to Nickerson Hall. UIndy leads by 12. Robinson has 20, and he's got a new career high in three-pointers made.
Here's his 6th made one of the day. He has been lights out, 6 of 8 from downtown, and he's just been basically single-handedly carrying the Greyhounds and scoring this second half.
He's only tried 1 two-pointer, also hit that. He's 7 of 9 from the field. Also has 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks. Robinson has done it all tonight.
You know who else has done it all? He's got the ball now, Leon Hughes.
Hughes. Now Burton. Burton step back, pretty shot, it's
Beautiful.
good. Wow.
Leon
wow,
Hughes.
Wow, wow, wow.
I'd say the offense has run through 2 players for Lake Erie. It's been Hughes and it's been Burton. They combine currently for 27 points, and it has looked very good for those two.
Nickerson, right wing. They'll swing it, and Tynes has it. Walker checked in last dead ball. Finds Nickerson for 3.
Ben Nickerson, what a job from him as he has his 8th point of the contest, and he's turning into a bit of a three-point specialist when he has his spots. He's made 4 this season.
Peterson, now they'll go down low. Manning, pump fake, can't get it to go, but a foul.
Tynes going airborne, trying to block that shot. Good patience from the offense, though. Manning does a good job waiting, gets fouled. Now he gets a chance to earn it at the line. Again, a good job fouling-wise for the Greyhounds. We take a look at this one.
How impressive has Nickerson been today? Doing it all over on offense, on defense. There's a reason he's a captain.
Having himself a great start to his season. Kind of coming into his own of late. The senior from Center Grove High School. Nickerson, that name might ring familiar. It's because we're sitting in Nickerson Hall right now. Was named after his great-grandfather, Angus Nickerson, was a coach for UIndy for all those years. One of the best coaches, if not the best, in UIndy history. And Ben trying to continue that legacy. His dad also, Brent Nickerson, the golf coach for UIndy.
You're just full of facts today, aren't you, Nathaniel?
Well, the Nickerson name runs
That's true.
pretty
That is
familiar
very true.
throughout campus.
The Nickerson name does run familiar. I would say that story, though, about his grandfather, great-great-grandfather, and his father, a lot of people don't know that, so it's a nice little tidbit. And here is Nickerson. UIndy holding on by 11 right now. We're under 3 to play. Walker has it. Choa. Bingham will come off a screen, little pick and roll. Now Robinson. Choa going to back down Manning. He'll go baseline and pick up the blocking foul. That's Manning there, Johnny Manning with a foul.
Choa, nice shot there. Had an open 3 if he wanted it, but he avoids those like the plague. You can count how many three-pointers he attempted last season on one hand, and that's if you had your hand behind your back. He didn't take any.
Exactly. So he's going to be the last person who wants to have the ball outside the arc.
But he's the first one who wants it inside that restricted area so good underneath the basket.
Right. Exactly right.
He knows what his strengths are, and he does a good job there. Also makes his first free throw. They're in the bonus. That's why he gets 2 opportunities here. So that first one, an important one, he hits it. It's going to be key for the Greyhounds to continue hitting these free throws. Hit 68% of them against ODU. Maybe the one area where you can say they struggled against Ohio Dominican on Friday was free throw shooting, but today they've done a much better job.
Leaves that one well short. He's 2 of 6 from the line on the day. Peterson hits a 3.
A deep 3. He was a few steps behind the line, but how about that? Comes in. Haven't seen a lot from him today, but does a nice job making his first bucket on his 5th attempt.
Cuts the lead into single digits. Plus, was there a foul on Indianapolis? There was. The 3-ball counts, and the Storm have the ball. P.J. Jones will take it out. Hughes stepped on the baseline, sideline rather, and it'll be Indianapolis ball.
You can call that maybe his first mistake of the game. Hughes has played lights out, 19 points to lead the team. He's hit all 5 of his shots from downtown, a rebound, an assist, a steal, a block, all the way down the list. He's done very well, but he does have those 3 turnovers, including the one we just saw.
Tynes now. Yeah, the Storm run a full court press to try and force a turnover.
You're going to need some more urgency from them for sure.
Burton there to defend Tynes all the way out at midcourt.
You like to see that, and it results in a blocking foul, though. But Burton's doing a good job on defense. Obviously not the result you wanted in the end, but he did kind of disrupt Tynes, and now next time Tynes has the ball there at half court, you're going to be thinking twice about seeing this blanket all over him.
Burton knocks the ball away from him, but not before a foul, and again, UIndy in the bonus. They will go to the line. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity for Tynes. Tynes shot 2 of 3 on Friday night against Ohio Dominican from the line. Had 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Another guy that just does it all out there on the court as well as on defense. One of the leaders. Knocks down his first free throw.
That's why he's one of the captains for this team.
Tynes will dribble once and have one more free throw. Knocks that one down, and the lead back up to 11.
He's only missed 1 free throw this season. Still early, but his sample size growing and growing the more he drives inside. Keeps getting fouled and doing a good job capitalizing on those opportunities.
Isolino, he'll hand off to Manning. Hughes will try a 3. That one's no good. He's human.
His first miss, you're right. He's human, believe it or not. Didn't seem like it early, but now he's starting to come back to earth. It's going to be huge, though. If Lake Erie wants to get back into this game, wants to win this game, it's going to have to come on the shoulders of him and on Burton.
Shoa will hand off Robinson. Calls the pick and roll, switches off on Manning, can't get the shot to go. Here comes Lake Erie, down by 11. They're running out of time here, just a minute to go. Manning inside, can't get it.
Another rebound for Jesse Bingham. He's been an all-around great player. There's his 5th rebound. He has 12 points. He continues to add to his impressive numbers as a UIndy Greyhound.
Bingham to the rack.
Like I was saying, he's put together an impressive career, and he just puts 2 more points to his total, 14. That's how many he had against Ohio Dominican.
Isolino, it's a jump ball. Choa there to wrap him up.
Great job by Choa going in and just bear hugging that ball, making sure that the Greyhounds would steal a possession late in this game. They're going to walk away with their 2nd win of the season. 13 also their largest lead of the day, coming at a good time.
The arrow favors UIndy off the jump ball, so they will have possession, and Bingham will waste as much time as he possibly can. He'll dribble out at the flying eye. Hughes not going to foul. Just 10 on the play clock, shot clock, and Bingham is blocked inside.
Yeah, Manning's having himself a good day. Not going to result in the win, but he's playing good nevertheless. He's got the ball inside.
Mismatch, he'll back. Tynes down, can't get it to go.
Add another rebound, and what should have been another foul against Bingham. Doesn't matter, though.
Bingham will just dribble this one out. He'll come over to the UIndy bench. He'll give Paul Corsaro a little high five, and Corsaro, to his delight, will walk this one into their 2nd win of the year. They start 2-0. Indianapolis takes home a 13-point win.
I'll tell you what, you want to hear from Paul Corsaro. Stick around for just a few moments. Giselle's going to have an interview with him at half court in just a few moments, but what a start to the season for Indianapolis. They come in favored in the GLVC. They win both of their GMAT crossover games, and they've done a heck of a job today and this season putting up points.
They out-rebound Lake Erie 37-29. Out-rebound them by 8. Also, points in the paint. They were able to be able to outscore them as well. And now we'll go down on the sidelines with Giselle Valentin. She's with head coach Paul Corsaro. Giselle, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Corsaro. Coach, 2-0. Last game, Jacoby Robinson had 4 points, but today he had 20 points and 9 boards. How much of an impact did he have in today's game?
Huge. Kobe can play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's 6'7". He's so versatile. He can guard all 5 positions, and man, he put us on his back.
What did you see tonight that you were very impressed with?
My niece Paisley right here. Say hi, Paisley. There's Addison. This is my niece Addison. Say hi. Hi, all right. Then my nephew Tyson. Thanks, baby. Hey, you stay right here. I'll answer your question. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. We love to see good family love over here. So what did you see tonight that you were very impressed with?
I thought we responded in the second half. I thought we came out, and they thought they had done something because we won by 40 points. And I told these guys, you're pick number 1 in the league, and off a performance like that, you're going to get every team's best shot. I thought we came out flat. However, we had a stern talking to at halftime, and I thought they responded.
And before the second half, I saw you give love to Julian Steinfeld on the bench. How's he doing today?
He came down to his knees, had some knee issues, so we're going to get some imaging and see what's wrong. But, the doctors seem pretty confident, but we'll wait and see. He was playing great. He had 6 rebounds, and that dunk was huge.
All right, thanks, Coach, and congrats on the win.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Throwing it back to you guys.
Thanks, Giselle, for that. And we want to thank head coach Paul Corsaro for giving us some of his time and his kids out there running on the court. Again, UINDY brings home a 13-point victory. They move to 2-0 on the year. I want to thank all of our crew tonight and for putting on this production here at the University of Indianapolis. Greyhounds move to 2-0. Next home game is on December 1st. They will host William Jewell here from Nickerson Hall. For Jake Kiefer and the director tonight, we want to thank Nathaniel Finch for his analysis and Giselle Valentine down on the sidelines. I'm Graham Shearer saying so long here from Nickerson Hall.